I really have to go to work. So let's go to the amusement park another time. The day before our daughter's birthday, my husband, John, suddenly canceled our plan to visit the amusement park. Since it couldn't be helped, I went to the amusement park with my daughter, Lily, and to my surprise, we saw John there, enjoying himself with a woman and a child we didn't recognize. Seeing John prioritizing plans with other people on such a special day, my anger exploded. And then, I decided to take revenge that he would regret for the rest of his life. My name is Susan Mitchell, 34 years old. I work as a certified public accountant. When I was younger, I was a hard worker. But after giving birth, I decided to cherish the time spent with my daughter. So, I've become a freelancer and I'm comfortably working from home. Our family of 3, including my husband John and our daughter Lily, is not particularly wealthy, but we're living a happy life. I met John when we were both college students. We were both part-timers at the same pub. While I was studying in college to become an accountant, John was attending a training school to become an actor. Despite both of us not having much money, we bonded over our shared goal of achieving our dreams, and that's how our relationship began. I passed my exams and started working in an accounting firm after graduating from college. However, John struggled to find success. After graduating from the training school, he was affiliated with a small acting agency, but the jobs he got were mostly extras. It was a difficult situation to make a living out of acting. Yet I admired his dazzling determination to pursue his dreams, and proposed that we should live together to support him. From then on, I took on all the living expenses and even gave him $300 monthly as pocket money. I believed without a doubt that John's efforts would eventually be rewarded, but at 28, when I got pregnant, he gave up his dream. Now, he works at a construction company and serves as a worker at the site. I felt guilty for making him give up his dream, but I respected him for working so hard as the family's breadwinner. However, I had some complaints about John. It was about what happened from when I got pregnant with Lily until her birth. I had severe morning sickness and couldn't even eat properly. Even when I was in the toilet, unable to bear the sudden bouts of nausea, John showed no signs of concern. I couldn't do the housework, and the sink was always full of his eaten instant noodle cups and empty bottles. Could you help with the housework? I'm not feeling well. Housework. Just leave it. I have to start work next week, so I gotta enjoy my current free time. Whether he was joking or serious, I got irritated with John's complete lack of will to help with the housework. However, John probably doesn't care at all even if it's dirty. On the contrary, I'm a bit neurotic, and I'd get bothered if there's anything in the sink. I thought this was a matter of personality, so I should do the housework if I'm the one bothered by it. So, no matter how difficult it was due to morning sickness, I was desperately doing the housework. Then came the day of delivery. I started having contractions, and asked John to call a taxi. While sweating profusely and bearing the pain, we arrived at the hospital. Then, John said something shocking. "It's gonna take a while before the baby comes, right? It's boring waiting, so I'm gonna head home. Let me know when the baby is born." What are you saying? That's because the first delivery takes time, right? I can't do anything at the hospital, and I might be in the way, so I'm going home. Good luck. Looking forward to meeting the baby. He said it with an innocent smile, and I was at a loss for words. Despite me going through labor, which is a matter of life and death, John said he's going home without accompanying me during delivery. My anger boiled over at John's nonchalant attitude towards the delivery. I tried to retort, but John had already gone home, and I had to face the delivery with a frustrated feeling. And after enduring the long 12 hours of labor, when I finally gave birth to Lily, John was unreachable because he was asleep. When John arrived at the hospital the next day, he gave Lily a big hug and smiled with joy. Gosh, she's so adorable. Good job, Susan. Once you're discharged, let's go out to eat. Anger surged within me at John's carefree words. Does he not understand that it's not easy to go out with a tiny baby like Lily? And does he think he's showing sympathy by saying such light words like good job? Once the anger set in, everything John did began to irritate me. I didn't want to fight right after giving birth and I didn't have the energy left, so I had no choice but to stay silent. John may be unreliable and sloppy, but ever since he gave up his dream of becoming an actor, he's been working hard. Although his income is low, I honestly respect his dedication to sweating it out from early morning to late at night. I decided to show my appreciation by planning a birthday party for John with Lily. I wonder what Daddy would like. Fried chicken, perhaps? What should we get? Let's get a big cake. Yay! Lily wants a chocolate cake. This isn't your birthday, Lily. Hearing that, Lily broke into a fit of giggles. Now 5 years old, Lily has grown into a cheerful and lively child. She has large, adorable eyes just like John, and he's always saying that she could become an actress in the future. Lily, who's so cute, adores John and was looking forward to celebrating his birthday. And then came John's birthday. We had prepared a cake and a slightly more lavish meal than usual, but John didn't come home. In the evening, he sent me a text saying he was busy at work and would be late. Daddy's not coming home? I'm sorry, honey. He said he's working. So let's do the birthday party tomorrow. But it's Daddy's birthday today. I held Lily, who was on the verge of tears. It was unfortunate as she had been looking forward to it, but there was nothing we could do since it was work. After putting Lily to bed, I waited for John on the sofa. I was waiting in the living room, intending to tell him when he got home that Lily had been eagerly waiting to celebrate his birthday, but he didn't return until morning. Is work that busy? Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess so. When I called out to John as he arrived home, he responded in a surprised voice. Lily was waiting to celebrate your birthday. Really? I screwed up. Tell her I'll make it up to her by taking her to the amusement park next time. Saying that, John quickly left the house. Watching him leave for work without even having time to rest, a feeling of suspicion grew within me. If he really had been working until morning, it would be a clear violation of labor laws. Also, considering the overtime he claimed he had worked, John didn't seem tired at all, which made me suspicious, so I called his workplace. And then I found out that John had actually left work at the regular time. It wasn't as much of a shock as I thought it would be. I was just increasingly angry at John for taking Lily's feelings so lightly. He was probably cheating. There had always been a lot of women attracted to the good-looking John since we were dating. And John, seemingly happy to be fawned over, had cheated on me a few times. I had accepted it because we were young at the time, but I was appalled that he would still cheat even after turning 30. I wanted to confront him, but I had no evidence yet. Lily loves John. If she found out he was cheating, our happy family life would crumble. In the end, I swallowed my frustration and didn't confront John at the time. A year later, Lily turned 6. She was going to start elementary school the following year and had grown up quite a bit. Lily, who still adored John, said she wanted to go to the amusement park with him on his birthday. I got the day off, so I can play all day with Lily. Hooray! I'm gonna ride the roller coaster. That sounds great. Let's also ride the Ferris wheel. John and Lily were happily talking, and I too was looking forward to Lily's birthday. However, the day before Lily's birthday, John suddenly said he couldn't go to the amusement park. I have to instruct construction methods in developing countries for my company. The person in charge got sick, and now I have to go. So we'll go to the amusement park some other time. Why? You promised we'd go together. You're a liar, Dad. Lily started crying out loud. Looking at Lily, John scratched his head in frustration. I can't help it, it's work. Stop being so selfish. The atmosphere froze as John, with a cold expression he'd never shown to Lily before, bluntly spoke. You don't have to be so harsh. Lily was really looking forward to it. Why are you talking like that? Holding Lily close while glaring at John, he uncomfortably shifted his gaze and left the living room. Lily, your dad has to work tomorrow, so how about you and I go to the amusement park together? Would you hate it if it's just you and Mom? I don't hate it. Then it's a date at the amusement park for the two of us. When I intentionally spoke brightly, Lily, whose eyes were red and swollen, softened her expression. After that, I booked tickets for the amusement park, and the next day, we left the house in matching dresses. I was irritated by John's selfish actions, but all I had in mind was to make Lily happy. Once we arrived at the amusement park and saw Lily's eyes shining, I felt relieved. As we enjoyed the amusement park, riding the roller coaster, the merry-go-round, and finally when we were on the Ferris wheel, Lily and I saw a shocking sight. Mom! It's really beautiful. Indeed. Look. You can see the ocean over there. That's true. Mom, isn't that Dad over there? Lily pointed down from the Ferris wheel. There stood John, lined up to ride the Ferris wheel. Next to John was a woman wearing a cap low over her eyes and sunglasses, and a girl a little older than Lily. The three of them were laughing happily and looked like a perfect family from afar. I quickly covered Lily's eyes. Don't look! I had no idea why John was there, or what his relationship was with the woman and the girl. My mind was a mess, but above all, I didn't want Lily to know this side of John. It would hurt her to know that her beloved father was cheating and prioritizing promises with other people over her. I didn't want to make her sad on her birthday. That man looks a lot like Dad. But he could be someone else. No. It's Dad. He's even wearing the clothes he always wears. Lily, clever for her age, brushed off my hand and stared at John. Is this cheating? How do you know such a word? My friend from kindergarten told me. It's a really bad thing. That friend's mom cried every day. Is Dad a bad person? I was speechless. Then Lily stared at me and spoke. Mom, I love Dad a lot. But I love Mom even more. If Dad makes Mom sad, Lily is on Mom's side. Lily. Tears spilled from my eyes at Lily's words. It was always painful dealing with John's infidelity, and each time it was a shock. But I couldn't show my weakness and had been pretending to be strong. However, after Lily spoke, I felt the pain in my heart and naturally started crying. All the while, Lily held me with her small hands. A few minutes later, after calming down, I looked at Lily's face. Lily, who was looking at me with a very worried expression, was a truly kind child. Anger exploded within me against John, who cancelled on Lily's birthday, my precious child, and cheated. Lily must also be very hurt now, though she's not showing it. I can never forgive John for ruining such a special day, Lily's birthday. I swore in my heart to take revenge on John. The Ferris wheel moved slowly, getting closer to the ground. And when the door opened, I made eye contact with John, who was lined up. Why? John's soft voice was heard. Then, John obviously crouched to hide from the woman he was having an affair with. Walking towards the uncooperative John. John, good job on your overseas business trip. When I grabbed John's arm, he shivered. That's not a case of mistaken identity, is it? Of course not. You said you couldn't go to the amusement park today because it was Lily's birthday, but why are you here? And what's your relationship with those two? Upon hearing my words, the people lined up started to whisper. Feeling uncomfortable from the attention, both the woman and John clearly started to panic. She's my childhood friend, and because she's a single mother, I decided to bring her to the amusement park. It's sad if she can't enjoy herself, right? I can take Lily anytime. That's not right. You are Mindy's papa. Suddenly, the little girl they were with raised her voice. He is Mindy's. Although he doesn't come home from work on weekdays, he plays with me every Sunday. Right, Mama? The woman John was having an affair with was at a loss for words. That's wrong. He is Lily's papa. He always comes home to Lily's house. Papa is cheating with that woman. Upon hearing Lily's words, people around started talking badly about John. When I glanced sideways, I saw some people filming with their phones. Ignoring the people filming, I confronted John. She calls you Papa, what's the deal with that? Well, of course, I can't be her father. I am your husband after all. Oh, so you're just friends with this woman? Of course. We're just friends. John said as if he was murmuring. The girl named Mindy was shocked and teary-eyed, but John didn't comfort her. Then, the little girl grabbed John's hand. That's a lie. He always says he loves Mama. He kisses her and says she's the one, why would he lie? Shut up. Why would you say that? Mindy didn't do anything wrong. With that, Mindy started to cry out loud. Drawing even more attention, John and the woman he was having an affair with desperately tried to calm her down. But it had no effect, and Mindy shook off the two of them. That's when it happened. Mindy's hand hit the woman's face, knocking off her sunglasses and hat. Isn't that Jessica Brown? Seriously? The one from that movie? John's affair partner turned out to be actress Jessica Brown. She is a late-blooming actress who started to attract attention in her 30s and started to appear in films and dramas a few years ago. And the moment I realized that the woman was Jessica Brown, I understood everything. Have you been dating since before we got married? Eh? Well, what are you talking about? Because when you were in your 20s, you were cheating on me behind my back, and Jessica was one of them. At that time, both of you were unknown actors. Looking at Jessica Brown's face, I immediately realized that she was the one John had been cheating on me with in the past. Knowing she was appearing on TV after having an affair with my husband and making a success of herself as an actress, I felt a bit irked. But I didn't know that she and John still had a relationship. You knew that John was married to me, yet you kept having an affair with him. How did you feel about that? Were you laughing at me behind my back? When I said that to Jessica Brown, she hung her head and started shaking. Yes, I used to date John. But we're strangers now. I was being bothered by him and I'm annoyed. So I haven't been cheating. What? What are you talking about? You said we would get married when you became more famous. You told me to endure with my current wife until then, so I've been waiting without divorcing. I didn't say anything like that. I can only think about my work right now. Don't bother me. Jessica Brown dumped John without a second thought. She has been spotted by many people, and videos of her have been taken. Despite claiming to be single in public, if it were to be revealed that she has a child and was cheating, her reputation would surely plummet. She denied the fact that she was cheating and claimed to be a victim being stalked, but people around her had seen her happily together with John before the trouble started. Her lies won't work. A large crowd formed around us, and everyone was criticizing Jessica and John in unison. John's face was pale as he kept his head down. John, I didn't know our marriage was such a burden to you. That's not true. You're the only one for me, Susan. You don't need to lie to yourself anymore. Should we get a divorce? John's eyes widened at my words and he lifted his face. Wait a minute. Divorce, that's not right. It would be unfair to Lily. You wouldn't want to be separated from Daddy, would you? John bent down and grabbed Lily's shoulder. Looking at John, who was begging her, Lily stared at him coldly. Lily won't be lonely. Even if Dad isn't around, Mom will take me to amusement parks and play a lot with me. And Mom doesn't lie like Dad. Is that true? Didn't you say you love me? Was that a lie? It wasn't a lie. But I don't like a dad who makes Mom sad. I like Mom more than Dad, so it's okay if only Mom is here. Looking at Lily, who was grinning and looking at me, I was about to cry again. I held back my tears and faced John. That's how it is, so it's not a problem even if you're not here, John. But isn't it tough being a single mother, financially? I've been earning more than you, haven't I? John bit his lip in frustration. As the awkward silence filled the air, the ringtone of a smartphone echoed. It seemed to be Jessica's phone, and she answered the call. After a brief conversation, her face started to turn pale. Wait, please! Please do something! Manager! Please! She cried into her phone, then slumped over, looking defeated. What happened? The video just now went viral on social media, and my planned appearances in movies and dramas have been cancelled. That can't be true. Jessica glared at me. It's all your fault. I was in a good position, and now all the hard work I've put in until now has been wasted. What are you going to do about it? As Jessica was about to hit me, the sound of smartphone camera shutters all rang out at once. Isn't it awful? Cheating, that's the worst. I used to like her, but now I'm disappointed. Go to hell. People who had been watching from a distance began to raise their voices against Jessica. Jessica was trembling, her teeth chattering in fear. I'm not in the wrong. It's not my fault. I won't have anything to do with John anymore, so please forgive me. Hey, wait. Do you not care about me? Of course not. I should have never gotten involved with you. Don't ever contact me again. Let's go, Mindy. Jessica took her daughter's hand and quickly left amidst the loud sound of smartphone camera shutters. Left behind, John was staring at Jessica, who had left with a pale face. His expression was still saying that he loved her. You can wallow in your sentimentality, But have you forgotten about us? That's not true. I'm sorry, Lily. You guys are the most important to me. As if we can believe that? If you're going to act, at least do it better. And don't come back home, we're getting a divorce. What? Why? It's my house too, isn't it? I sighed at John's genuinely surprised words. That apartment is under my name. I'm paying for everything, the rent and utilities, to support you, John, because you don't have any money. I've been the one paying the rent all this time, so it's mine. What do I do then, Susan? That's not my problem to solve. But be prepared, I'm going to demand child support. Child support? I can't afford to pay that. You know how much I make, Susan. You're the one who's earning money here, you don't need child support. I lost my patience as John started making a fuss. Stop it. Lily is your daughter. You have a responsibility to raise her. Since you're not taking care of her, at least pay the money. Hearing this, John lowered his brows and wore a pitiful expression. But I need to pay for the apartment, and if I also pay for the gas and water, I will run out of money, and getting a new job is just too exhausting. Can't we pretend the divorce didn't happen? John pleaded with upturned eyes. In the past, I would have indulged John's pleas, sighing but ultimately letting him have his way. I used to think his incompetence was endearing because I loved him. But now, there's no love left for John. Even his upturned eyes begging for indulgence only irk me. Don't be ridiculous. You can't pretend it didn't happen after hurting Lily. I can't trust you anymore, John, so don't contact me. I don't like you anymore, so don't talk to me. When Lily said this, applause broke out from the surrounding crowd. Well said. Such bravery for a young girl. Go on. Tell him more. The heckling from the crowd lifted my spirits slightly. Ignoring John's attempts to apologize, I left the amusement park with Lily. All that remained was John, kneeling on the ground, utterly stunned. Afterwards, John was fired from his job. The scandal became a hot topic on social media, revealing John's face, name, and workplace. His company received numerous complaints, disrupting their work, so they decided to let John go. Having lost both his job and home, I heard John has fallen into a depressive state. When I happened to see him at the supermarket, he looked nothing like his old self, disheveled with a full beard and long hair, wearing tattered clothes. I pity him, but I have no intention of stopping the demand for child support. I expect he'll stop making the monthly payments eventually, so I plan to ask for a lump sum. Furthermore, Jessica also received public backlash and has since disappeared from television. She is reportedly being badmouthed by people around town whenever she steps out and is confined to her home. As for me, I started a new life with Lily and we're managing just fine without John. I thought Lily would be devastated, but she seems to be doing better than expected, attending school cheerfully every day. Sometimes, she gets teased for not having a father around, but she doesn't seem to mind. It's better not to have a dad like that, she would say, showing a maturity beyond her years that makes me laugh. To me, Lily is more precious than my own life. I vowed to do my best as a mother to ensure she never has to feel sad again.